Indeed, lads, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I got for you guys 4 key tips to help you improve in FIFA and get more wins. Get those wins that you need in the game of FIFA 22. So we're going to go through each tip one by one. Let's get into it. So the first tip we're going to go over is using your overpowered passing. In this game, passing is not good, but there's a few methods that work very well, like double X passing, as you're going to see here with Vinicius. Double X into Usmani, he hits it on the volley. Double X passing is what it is. You hit double X, and it's a passing method where it's a little chipped or a little lob, I believe it's described as, over your defender's foot if he's in front of you, or just to set up a volley. As you will see here in this next clip, it sets up your players for volleys, and when your players hit it on the volley, it's almost perfect every time. I know that's Mahrez, but sometimes it really just has a center back or anybody just hit it perfectly well. It goes over the defender's foot. It's very overpowered because when you're in those little gaps, the defender can't take it because it's a little bit lobbed. Right there was a double triangle or double Y if you're on Xbox. You can use that as well. It's pretty much the same thing as double X, but instead it's in like a through ball form. And here, guys, is the R1X, the driven pass. This is performed by holding down R1 or RB and the pass button. It's a driven pass right into your player's foot on the ground. It's very overpowered this year. As you guys can see, it's drilled in right to Mahrez's foot here. It gets there in 0.2 seconds. You need to use this pass, especially in the offense. The second tip is going to be using your second man press. If you don't know what this is, hold down the R1 or the RB button on the defensive side. You'll see a green indicator pop up above one of your players who is doubling down. It's pretty much double teaming second man pressing. That's exactly what it is. And if you have a second man indicator on your settings, if it's turned on, that's the player who will be pressing as well. As you can see, the indicator's over De Jong. It turns green because I triggered it, and you can really use this to double down on your opponent and cut off angles so effectively. If you really learn how to use this efficiently, it'll work very, very well. The third tip, playing patient but playing fast. It's sort of a mental tip, and people tend to get it twisted. Playing patient does not mean play slow at all. It does not. Being composed does not mean play slower. That's not what it means. Being composed means being able to realize that if something's not on, a cross, a pass, any gap is not on, cut it back, go the other way. And other people think playing fast means just attack, going behind, send balls in behind, which sometimes does work, but you need to find a balance in between the two. Have the composure to realize going forward right now is not going to work, cut it back, go the other way. And also, playing fast doesn't mean just send balls in behind. It means move the ball around, have the ball constantly moving, whether it's you dribbling it around or you passing the ball around. Have your opponent on their toes. So again, as I said, be composed, realize if there's not a run on or anything on going forward, cut it back. As you can see here, Vinicius, I have nothing going forward. So I cut it back, I have that composure, and now we get the ball moving here. We still play fast. Composure and playing fast at the same time. Combine those two, and you'll find your game being a lot easier for you. On to the fourth and final tip, using your L1 and R1 triggers. If you don't know what this is, an L1 trigger triggers your player to make a run in behind, an R1 trigger triggers your player to check in, and an L1+X combination creates a give and go pass, and we'll get into these right now. So when you're doing these L1 and R1 triggers, you have to point your left analog stick at the player. Vinicius right now, for example, L1 trigger, he makes the run in behind. When he puts his arm up, that's how you know it worked. He's running in behind, and we created that goal right there using this. This is how you can create gaps in the attack, guys. As you can see here, I'm going to trigger Bruno. He makes a run in behind, and then composure, pull it back. We're going to trigger Rashford. We're going to delay, let the run play out, cut it back, and play him now when the run is fully made. And then when the run is fully made, you can play him in behind. R1X, goal with Mahrez, guys. And now with the R1 trigger, it's sort of different. They're going to check in now. As you can see, Mahrez is sort of running away. I R1 triggered him. He checks back. He stays there. It gives me that option because a lot of players tend to run away from you in this game. So use that R1 trigger. Now the L1+X combination pass. As you can see, I passed it with Usmani, but I held down the L1 button as well, which makes him make that run in behind immediately after passing the ball. A give and go sort of action that happens there, and you have to use this in the attacking third, especially top at 18, as you see here with Mahrez. Give and go pass, bang, goal. Use these L1 R1 triggers. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching the 4 key tips to help you improve in FIFA 22. Now, if you really use these, guys, your game will get so much better. I hope you got some value from this. I know I did. It's sort of a refresher course for me. But anyways, let me know about any questions in the comment section below. I'm always here to respond. I respond to anybody, so let me know. Other than that, guys, take care.